Okay. So we're just gonna interview you about the ethics of pornography. We just have a few quick questions. So the first one is, how do you define pornography? For example, is all sexually explicit material pornography, or is only some considered pornography to you?
I think it depends. No, I don't think all sexually explicit material is porn. And I can give you an example of comic books. There are certain comic books that I used to give to my kids when they were little to read, and they were sexually explicit because you would have, men with oversized genitals, and you would have women with oversized boobs, for example, and certain people would consider this to be almost pornographic. But I think, to me, it has to be either a commercial intent or it has to be a public display intent. But it has to be more, if it's photographies, that's art. If it's a film, it's a form of art form. But depending on what act is performed, for example, if there is no penetration, that's erotic. If there is penetration and you see it, that's technically considered pornography.
That's a fabulous answer.
I don't think all sexual material is porn. Then, I don't know, isn't it just like people making babies filmed up close? Well, not really making babies, I guess. I don't know, isn't it just like, was it like, isn't the object to like make it as sexy as possible? It's like fantasy or something. It's not like actual sex, it's just fantasy of it all, right?
I don't think pornography by today's Western standards have like one definition. I think in America pornography means one thing, and in different countries it's definitely represented differently. I do not think all explicit material is pornography. I think pornography is, for me, something that is used for an ends, like a means to an ends. So that's how I see it.
Good. Okay. With the knowledge of what you have now, in general, is there anything about the pornography industry you would change?
I would put regulations on the material that they put. First of all, that, for example, like these are some taboos that people don't talk about when you go to a porn website. You'll see like incest material, right? And the fact that you see it so often, it means that it is popular. Because based on their algorithm, they want, on the demographic of a city, they want to pop up the videos that's popular in that area or something. And if you see it, suddenly you go to a porn website and you see incest porn, it means that there are many people watching that. So in my opinion, this is actually dangerous because people often say this, that if I watch, for example, I don't know, like some BDSM, BDSM porn, it's actually, I'm releasing my urge for that type of fetish that I have. And I'm actually gonna be cured. But it's a very natural mind process that if you release dopamine with some events, your brain correlates enjoyment in that event. So if suddenly I watch incest porn and my brain basically releases dopamine, I correlate myself with incest. So that's actually, it might not be a fetish in the beginning, but it's gonna step by step become a fetish.
Yeah, maybe some regulation. Like, I don't know if there's like a mandatory like STDs testing, but that's probably something they should do. Yeah, that seems rather logical. If you're like a sex worker, I mean,
Would you remove anything from the industry? Like any kind of anything?
I guess like I don't even know if it's like
Well,
if
with
it's
what
like
you know now,
like, I mean, I've heard that like revenge porn's like a big thing now, and that's just like not that cool.
You're getting rid of
Like,
that?
yeah, like it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to like, I'm mad at my ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, so here's this video that's fucking like a year ago.
the violence against women, the lack of regulation, I think, when it comes to how women are treated, how women are even put in the porn industry, how they enter the porn industry, how they leave the porn industry. I think, especially when it comes to minors, the state of Florida has a lot of stuff going on with that right now.
I've seen actually one porn that I saw. It was necrophilia. So and it was like they always make it into a nice subject that this is actually a live being, but it's acting. But when you put this thing, you're encouraging it. So that's dangerous. That should be regulated for sure.
So, third question.
Third question.
Would banning porn altogether be ethical? Why or why not?
I don't see what the point of it banning it would do. I mean, yeah, it's just like people having sex being filmed. People have sex anyway. Yeah, I don't think it would do anything. I mean, it'd be really stupid. I think it would just make people seek it out even more. Kind of like,
Just like prohibition and alcohol.
yeah, when they ban alcohol, everyone went nuts over that. And, they ban marijuana, and
that
people
doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything. Yeah, it would just. I don't think it would change anything. People would just, if it becomes all of a sudden illegal, people would just go to the black market like everything else does.
Okay.
Which would probably make it less safe for the people that make porn.
And more expensive.
True. Yeah.
And more expensive. You'd have people downloading terabytes of porn. Like, I ain't paying for no fucking porn.
I already don't pay.
Yes.
Okay.
It would be unethical because that's banning a form of expression. Whether and who are we to judge what's right and what's wrong? And that's it's not we should be banning videos showing terrorism and showing acts of violence and random and raw violence. We shouldn't be banning people having sex. I mean, that's it's as old as human beings. So no, absolutely not. But again, we should be banning forms of exploitation. And you have certain feminist movements that are calling an end to pornography, and women that enter, most women, again, if they're not exploited, they enter pornography. They know very well what they're doing. So are men.
Ethical, no, because then you condemn sexuality.
Right.
I think banning it, you can ban whatever you want. People are still going to do it. They're still going to be.
Prohibition on alcohol.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think banning it would do anything.
Right.
And I think it would just create this hidden world of it that isn't regulated even more so than
dangerous.
now. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. And would you ever consider pornography as a career?
Personally, no.
Why not?
For my own aspirations, it's not something I could ever see.
Your own morals.
I wouldn't say morals, really, 'cause I don't see anything wrong with sexuality. I think we are inherently sexual creatures, and I think that through cultural norms and certain,
So for where you want to go in your life.
for where I want to go in my life, it's not something I could do every day, 9 to 5. Also, I don't think my body could handle it. Not in shape.
Keep it legal.
Our next question: would you ever consider a career in pornography?
No.
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's obviously, it's meant to look a certain way, and I feel like behind the scenes it's kind of like, oh God, I've had this hard on for 16 hours.
It's exhausting.
It just seems like it'd be an exhausting job.
Physically
Or
exhausting
Physically
job.
Would it be
exhausting.
emotionally exhausting?
And probably a little bit of that too.
I'm sure that there's a reward though, like
I mean,
in the video.
Yeah, but what if it's like you have to do this film and it's kind of like, oh, it's like this person, I don't like this person at all, but it's kind of like, well,
Another day at work.
Oh man,
another day
having to
at
work
work.
with coworkers.
Yeah, could you
don't
imagine?
like.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you get to fuck this famous porn star. It's like, oh, but I hate them.
They're horrible on
They're
Twitter.
horrible. Yeah. See,
That's a great point. Huh,
yeah, just
sorry.
think about it. Like at your, at our shitty jobs, kind of like, oh, I hate my coworkers, but at least you don't have to fuck them.
That's right.
Oh my
money.
gosh.
Gotta
Okay.
see them naked.
I'm a little bit blown away by that.
Good answer.
That's
I
a
don't think
really
we've
great
ever-
answer.
We've been answering these questions ourselves, and we never sent that one. It's a good one.
Well,
That would be, because having sex is great, but it's great. I wouldn't want to do it for money.
There's a lot of coworkers that end up being annoying.
I mean, or maybe you could have this thing where it's like, oh, I hate that person so much, I'm gonna hate fuck them. But then it's like, but then you have to like pause. you're being a little too angry, or whatever.
You're like, do you want me to act?
It's like this
is my art.
This is a Star Wars parody. You're playing the hero. You can't be hateful.
You can't be so angry.
Why not? It's just another job.
I love that. I love that.
As long as you know what you're doing, you're doing it safely for yourself and for the people that you're dealing with. Why not? You're an adult.
Is there any reason why you wouldn't, or why you would go into the industry?
Why
Would you personally do it?
I would do it.
Okay. Would there be any reason why you wouldn't?
Any reason?
Emotionally, morally, ethically?
Well, I mean, if I were, and I'm not currently, but if I were emotionally involved with someone, then I would have to be forthcoming and say, hey, honey, by the way, I'm a porn star, But, are you okay with that? But if to me, it's just another job,
In this system, for me personally, it's unethical. Just like for me, working in a military system is just unethical. People always come up with reasons for it, but I'm just saying that why should we empower a system that system is right now large enough, and we as some workers trying to expand it even more and kind of destroy the only thing that us as humans have, that we need a reason to interact with each other, and one of them was our sexual life. And so basically I'm contributing to that distance that they're creating between people. So I would say it's unethical for sure.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So,
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt, pepper, and heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, back to back, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on bottle stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. War Center, the opposite.